Hello and welcome to the Herget Gymnasium here on senior night. It'll be the Braintree boys basketball against Walpole. Here today, Mike Wassel and Justin Turpin on the call, and a special ceremony before the game to commemorate the seniors for both the Braintree basketball team and the dance team. We'll try and get the names of the dance athlete for Braintree if we can, as they are not listed on the roster. Right now they are mentioning the Walpole seniors who are standing on the far side, and now the Braintree seniors. Kevin Devine, the first Braintree senior, wearing number 25. And as is a custom, mother will get flowers and they will take a picture with the player. Braintree has 6 seniors. And the dance team has 4. Second for Braintree will be number 10, Cohen Drainville. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw all seniors starting for Braintree, at least to begin the game. And obviously this is a very big game for Braintree. At 6-10 on the season, they really have to pretty much win out if they want to have a chance to make it to the postseason. They'll be aided a little bit by the fact that their power ranking is so high, to the fact that they have such a tough schedule, playing Newton North a couple times, Brookline, just to name a couple. They played North Quincy. A couple of teams really ranked high in the state, and makes it very tough for a Braintree team to make the postseason. They've had so many tough losses here this year. As next up for Braintree is Nate Mead, number 5. And he's really been one of the spark plugs offensively for Braintree here this year, taking on a big role on the offensive side of the ball due to the fact that Braintree has been down scorers all season and really been looking for that weapon, and he's hoping to continue it tonight. As Braintree now will have number 24, Chris Kuja. He's been in and out of the starting lineup for Braintree, but we'll see if he gets the nod here today on senior night. I don't have the exact stats in front of me, but I do know that Braintree has lost at least 3 or 4 games by 3 or 4 points or less, and those are such tough games, especially when you think if they had won a couple of them, you'd be 8-8 instead of 6-10, which is such a big difference. As Braintree now with number 11, Aiden Albertine.
Next, we have Jordan Gorham.
Albertine, also a member of the baseball team, as well as Gorham, who's now being mentioned, number 14, Jordan Gorham. One of the star pitchers for the Braintree baseball team. But so many high school athletes with multiple sports that they play. But you got to pick one to go to college if you want to play one. Can't play them all. And those are the 6 Braintree seniors. Albertine, Kuja, Devine, Drainville, Mead, and Gorham now getting a photo together, the 6 of them, who may be playing one of their final games here at home if they do not continue on.
The seniors on our dance team are coming off very successful season back in Florida. First, we have Hannah Shaw, accompanied by
and now they are introducing the dance team members. Hannah Shaw, 1 of 4 for Braintree, the seniors.
we have Andrew Moran.
Now, Deirdre Hornan. The dance team has been so good here at Braintree High School for a long time. Even getting back to when I was in high school back in 2008, it's been a long running tenure here for success at this level. Trisha Ryan now for Braintree, third senior.
Next we have Maggie Fleming.
And last but not least, Maggie Fleming. Aided a little bit by the posters that are on the wall on the far side, since none of the dance team members are listed on the roster. So the two sides, I don't know if they'll warm up again here, Justin, before this game starts, but we did have warm-ups, and sometimes they give them another 5 minutes, which it looks like they will. 5 more minutes, and then we'll have the tip-off, as well as the national anthem. Right? Yeah.
Nothing can beat that national anthem from that Saturday hockey game. They had some guy with an electric guitar. It's like Jimi Hendrix. It was amazing.
I don't think we'll be seeing an electric guitar today.
No, I don't think so either. I wouldn't complain, though, that's for sure.
I think I did see that video. That was on the ice, too, which is even more impressive.
Skating around with an electric guitar. It was pretty awesome. And he had a Braintree jersey on. Cool stuff.
So we will have 5 minutes on the clock. Braintree coming off of a very tough loss. I believe the last game that Braintree has played may have been that game against North Quincy that you had covered.
Yeah, it was a close one. One they led the whole way.
But it's been a season really of tough losses for Braintree, and it's really been disappointing because you have the talent on the team, but unfortunately too many turnovers, too many missed shots late in the game, and then you've fallen asleep on the defensive side. Sometimes, it can allow some of these really strong teams like Newton North, Brookline, teams that really are offensively, they're really strong teams. So really can't afford to have many mistakes late in games, and Walpole not an easy task here today.
Oh, and with Braintree having 6 seniors, like we just saw, I mean, that's a lot of talent overhaul for next season. I mean, yeah, they do have some sophomores, and they're going to have quite a few juniors next year. Looking down the roster here, they're going to have 7 juniors next year, so it's going to look a lot different.
Hopefully they'll be able to keep up the pace, but anytime you graduate seniors, and a handful of them really have a prominent role between Meade and Gorham and Albertine, really they're 3, better weapons on the offensive side of the ball. It's going to be tough to replace those players, and here against Walpole, it doesn't get any easier. The two sides met early in the season, Walpole beating Braintree at home, but Braintree hoping to seek revenge. We'll take a break in the action, bring you back the opening tip right after this. Welcome back to Braintree High School as we are here on senior night. We'll have the starting lineups now for both sides. First on the Walpole side, it'll be number 2, Tommy Gaba. Number 3, Ryan King. Number 4, Trey Corbin. Number 12, Sean O'Brien. And number 15, Louis Jennings. And now for Braintree. So Braintree will be starting some seniors. Number 10, Cohen Drainville. Number 11, Aiden Albertine. Number 14, Jordan Gorham. Number 24, Chris Kuja. And to round it out, number 25, Kevin Devine. For head coach Bob Crook. And on the other side, Jenna Gulster, Walpole. We'll now pause for the playing of the national anthem. Welcome back here to Braintree High School. Really an interesting rendition by the Braintree crowd.
Beautiful job. Solidarity, if that's what you want to call it.
Well, you can give the praise. I'm not going to go there.
Could use some work. It's all right.
I'd say so. Which has been a big story, really. The fan section's going to have to be patrolled here tonight.
Just see some parents up there.
Yep, trying to break up the students who obviously were in the news for bad reasons. Not necessarily all of them up there, but
No.
somebody, you know, as it always, somebody ruins it for everybody, right?
Yep. Well, that might have been quite a few people, but
Right. Either way, we're going to start some basketball here, and Walpole in their first possession. Braintree able to tie it up.
Quick
And a nice
whistle.
defensive play by Albertine.
that was a quick whistle.
I wonder if they'll keep it that way or if they'll allow the reins to come off a little bit.
They are making some noise early up there. Not even 20 seconds in.
Took all season for him to finally show up and make some noise. Really could have used it in some of those close games, as Braintree with their first offensive touch. Worked inside the paint. Here's Albertine. Slips it underneath. Nice pass. Gorham can't finish the layup. And Braintree comes up dry on a very good offensive possession.
It's a good pass. Had the open look.
Pass inside and another quick whistle as Kuja called for a foul on the back, and that's going to be a tough defensive assignment there on number 12, Sean O'Brien, inside the
He's
paint.
got like a foot on him.
Yep.
Easily the tallest dude on the court. Looking for him right there on the inbound.
Braintree doesn't have a ton of size. That's one thing that they lack. They do
Outside
have
of Taylor
speed.
and Kuja. And Gorham.
Fall back jumper, no good by Jennings, and Braintree with the rebound in the hands of Drainville, who gives it back for Albertine, takes it to the cup, swings to the outside for Gorham. Good movement on the perimeter as Gorham gets the ball back here with 20 seconds on the shot clock, kicks to the corner. Devine thought about the three, now pulls up for the jumper and missed it as Drainville battles for the rebound, and it goes out off of Walpole.
Braintree hustles on the offensive glass. Do a great job there. Gives them a lot of second opportunities. And I like the ball movement here early.
Getting some
Three
good looks.
passes we see there. 5 passes, and there's a good look there. Off the inbound.
And Gorham with a chance for a three-point play. So obviously you can see what Braintree's trying to do, is trying to get the ball in the hands of Gorham, who's one of the better playmakers, and he's trying to get their offense going. They've been really struggling the last couple games.
Good things happen when you move the ball. I mean, that was just a routine bounce pass in the inbound, and Gorham took it to the cup. That was a good take. Good find, too, in the cut.
And a violation on Braintree. So the free throw was missed anyway, but even if it did go in, it wouldn't have counted. So Braintree with a little bit of pressure here in the backcourt. We'll see a little 2-2-1 press. Braintree backing up a bit. Pass underneath, and it finds its way to the open player.
That's the issue with the pressing, is the spacing is just so changed. And you let them underneath you, then you're screwed.
So Ryan King scoring the first basket for Walpole. As Braintree again for Gorham underneath, and again a foul. This time it'll go on Corbin.
Gorham doing a great job moving without the ball. I mean, that's 2 great cuts by him. He had another one there and had a good look. Got fouled, so get the 2 shots.
First free throw is perfect. Really had high expectations this year for Gorham, and unfortunately had to miss 5 games due to chemical health reasons, and that really put Braintree back at a point in the season. They were 4-2, and really have never recovered from that.
Yeah, it hurts the team.
It really does. It's tough
Good
at the high school level, as Gorham with a huge block.
Had something to say after. I like it. Feeding off the energy here.
Well, you know how the referees are. They don't take much.
tolerate it.
No.
Well, that's the thing, is when the mask is covering your mouth.
Yeah, it gives you a
gotta
big
have
advantage.
a real good eye.
Yeah. Well, although there's not many players actually wearing the mask correctly, right? As the shot is missed from the outside, but an offensive rebound, foul on Gorham, and a chance for a three-point play.
I like that they let them go with the mask, though. I mean,
Scoring is O'Brien.
Tough to play a whole game when they're over.
Yeah, it is. And it was really, I mean, last year was really obviously a dry run. You know, you really didn't have much knowledge on how it was going to play out.
No.
At one point, they had to stop the game. I think 2 minutes left in the first quarter and something like that. They had like certain breaks to give the kids player.
Breaks,
yeah.
I mean, we're what, a week away, 2 weeks away from no more masks, and especially in athletics, I think they should be gone. They're all sharing the same ball and stuff.
Especially when you're outside.
It's a can of worms, but.
So Braintree will get some more free throws. They've been very aggressive taking the ball to the basket in this game early.
A lot of quick whistles. A lot of whistles in general. Five fouls in the first, 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
First free throw is good, so Braintree's going to have their opportunities at the free throw line, it looks.
Gotta make them, though.
Yep, just 1 for 3, now 2 for 4. And 2 for 5 as they split again, as Albertine comes storming in, steals it.
Now, pull it out and reset. Smart move. Love this ball movement.
As Braintree drives inside, Kuja gets it to go.
A strong take. Big fella showing some moves there.
Little half hook in the lane.
Yeah.
Braintree out to a 6-4 lead here in the first quarter, and Walpole with an air ball.
Nothing. Gorham didn't even have to close out on it. Just nowhere close.
Nope. Matt Burns missed that one by a
I
mile.
think that hit the B on the Braintree on the baseline.
Underneath, and Albertine swallowed up and gives it away. One thing, if you're Braintree, you're trying to avoid offensive foul, and Kuja took the worst of that. He slammed his head back off the ground, and he might be very slow to get up here. That's all. You always worry about concussion issues, and he's a tough kid. But
Shocked they let him stay in.
yeah, he went down
many
hard.
games with that.
No,
Great play. That's how you set the tone. Taking in charge.
and that just shows Braintree's there defensively. They're ready to play here tonight, which they should be. I mean, your season's pretty much on the line.
Got a packed house tonight. Really surprised they let him go, though. They don't take concussions and choke lightly at all. So.
As a pass off the mark, and another Braintree turnover, the third already here of the quarter, and that's unfortunately one of the downsides. Devine, who has earned his time on the court, unfortunately hasn't seen a lot of time with the starters, and maybe the miscommunication there could have been a factor. But we do see the Braintree starters now, all three back in, as the pass is underneath. And Braintree swallowing up double teaming. Those arms coming through could have been called an offensive foul as the battle and a jump ball called.
That could have been an over back very well.
Yep.
So that was a lucky break for Braintree there. I think Gorham went over the shoulders, but
They let a lot go in that
yeah, they
possession.
did. Which is weird because we've been seeing quick whistles, but Gorham's hustle, man, it's been great.
So Daly into the game, along with Tristan Rodriguez and Nate Mead. So 3 substitutions, 3-point shot off the mark, and Braintree with the rebound. 6-4 lead and the ball.
Walpole's got nothing from deep.
They're getting good looks too. Braintree with a nice pass. Gun shy from the outside was Rodriguez.
Trying to just break this zone.
And that pass was way off the mark.
Just got to get back to what they were doing earlier with the back ball movement. That's how you break the zone.
So 4th turnover on Braintree here of the quarter. As Walpole drives it inside. Now kick to the corner. And driving and scoring. Pretty easy basket there for King. Second basket of the game.
Comes up and sets the screen. I think he's trying to rub him off.
Three and a half remaining here in the first quarter.
Rodriguez missed Daly there.
Long 3 off the mark, and Braintree with another offensive rebound. Neither side shooting the ball well from outside.
Pass.
Albertine will try, and he will be off the mark too. Gorham coming over the top, trying to get that rebound, and it goes out of
horrible
bounds.
pass. Wow, didn't look tipped. But
Neither side really, I would say, executing on a high level early in this game. I mean, I know we still have 3 minutes to go in this first quarter, but a lot of easy shots missed, some bad threes too.
I'm falling from beyond the arc right now. Oh,
It's everybody's favorite shot though. Everybody loves that 3-point shot.
I've seen 7 fouls already.
4 against Walpole,
They set
3
the
on
tone
Braintree.
pretty quickly.
And underneath they score. That is Walpole getting the bucket.
Braintree
as
going
Jennings.
really small here. Outside of Daly. Really not much height on the court.
Kick to the outside, a 3-point try for Ellie, and that one was halfway down, just wouldn't stay down. Braintree can't buy a shot early.
That's a good pass.
Good ball movement, and the basket inside. King with his 3rd bucket.
Gonna minimize the run here for Braintree. Gotta get a bucket.
Can't avoid to go down early.
No. Especially when you can't really shoot from outside right now. Daly's got it. To 2, long 2.
Long 2, no good, and underneath a nice rebound, but the ball swatted away. Good defensive play by number 25, TJ Farrell, coming off the bench to block that one.
That's the thing that keeps Braintree in the game, Joe. Their aggression on the offensive boards. I mean, you can't coach that.
For a team with not much size,
Exactly.
they can jump. That's one thing they can do.
Just not getting the bounces right now.
Nice hustle
not
underneath, and that was thrown out of bounds, unfortunately.
Looking at Daly, though.
See what he was trying to do, trying to throw it off of
Yeah.
one of the Walpole players. Can't say Braintree's not hustling. I mean, they're certainly giving it energy, and they're certainly playing hard, but
Just not getting the bounces.
not getting the bounces. They're not hitting the shots. They're not hitting free throws either. That's a big thing early in this game.
Good defense, Ellie.
Little half hook,
Can't do it much better than that.
little size mismatch in the block, and that was Jennings scoring his 2nd bucket as Braintree works it up quickly to Lynn into the
Gotta
hands
put
of
an end
Mead.
to the Stroud here.
Mead pulls up and can't make it fall.
It's a lid on the net.
And now underneath again is Jennings, and Jennings converts, and Braintree falling behind now by 8 points.
But imagine Coach Crook's taking time out here somewhere.
Surprised he hasn't.
I thought he was going to take one there.
Back up
Maybe
top
give him one more
for
run. That's a long 3.
Rodriguez. Knocks it down.
That's what they need.
Well, he was gun shy the last time he touched it. This time he lets it go and knocks it down. Maybe that'll spark some confidence. Under a minute left here in the opening quarter. As Braintree this time with the steal. Here is a 2-on-2 up the court. Rodriguez takes it to the cup. No good on the layup, and pretty strong defensive play to not commit a foul there by Walpole.
On those fast breaks, those are the ones that let him go if there's contact.
3-point shot off the mark.
Get that
Another
out of here.
second chance, and the third is a foul on Braintree. Another situation where the size really a big disadvantage underneath, and unfortunately Braintree had their guards under the basket there. And 3 Braintree substitutions. Kuja coming back in, which is good to see. Came off briefly after he hit his head off the ground.
You haven't really seen Braintree go much with like a double big.
No.
You know, with Kuja, or Daly, or Kuja and Tellier, or whatever it may be. Those are their tallest players, and according to their roster here,
They seem to play to their strength, which is their speed,
yes,
and their defense, I guess.
they got some tall fellas on that Walpole team. So
Oh, good
defense.
hands. Mead steal, and Braintree into the hands of Gorham.
Pass.
So again, there's 8 fouls so far in this quarter, 4 on each side, as Gorham will
look.
step into a 3 and knock it down.
That's what they needed.
That's a nice
Start the
pass.
ball.
Well, you mean you step in rhythm. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
you want to do. So Braintree back within 2. That's a long 3. Wow.
Wow, they had plenty of time too.
So King knocks down the 3. He's got 9 points in the quarter, and that puts a little clamper on the Braintree run there, putting it back up to a 5-point game. But pretty solid first quarter for Braintree, and not great, but a solid first quarter. Walpole kind of slow out of the gates, but they picked it up too. So I think both sides starting to pick up some rhythm. I think we're in for a good ball game here.
Yeah, most of the games have been good coming down to the wire. It's just about closing it out. Once they're getting those shots, once the shots start falling, Braintree will be in a good position. We saw the one with Rodriguez and Gorham fall at the end of the quarter there. So once they start falling consistently, Braintree will be just fine.
So we'll take a break in between quarters, bring you back to second quarter right after this.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team. If we all show up together, that's what it's all about.
I was a part of helping to build what it is today.
I'm really lucky to get to be a part of that legacy.
Just that simple act that takes 5 or 10 minutes of your time is making a difference and is transforming someone else's life.
Once you get there and realize how much you can change someone's life, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
You guys keep doing what you're doing. It's something special.
Get up and try something. Just try it. Just go to one event, one action team event.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
Play set to resume. 17-12, Braintree down by 5 as we play.
Not much
Quarter
time
to 2.
between the quarters, huh?
No. A couple minutes maybe. Not a good pass. That was stolen by King, who's really been the best weapon on the Walpole side. He's got 11 points.
Kind of a lazy pass there.
That's the kind of place you really can't avoid, or you can't
Not in a
afford
game
those.
like this.
Yeah. So we'll see if Braintree can dial up some offense. Rodriguez finds Cujo left open for the shot, and he knocks it down. So Braintree's starting to hit some shots.
That's all they need. The looks have been there. It's just they need the shots to fall.
Pass hits the rim, or off the side of the hoop. As Braintree brings it up the court, down 5. Mead he thought about the
He
shot.
wanted it.
Take to the side. Beautiful pass. Got the big man to really bite for that. Unfortunate Braintree could not convert underneath.
Seen some great defense down low.
Walpole nearly traveled. Now they find the open man underneath. And a foul going to be on Mead, I believe. As that'll put Jennings at the free throw line. On paper, Walpole's certainly a better team than Braintree, but Braintree's hanging in there tough. The sport that I think a lot of Braintree players love to see, Braintree and Walpole, is baseball. It's really become the big rivalry. They've been some of the best teams in the state for a while now, as it goes 1 for 2 at the line.
I like the dog barking technique.
Braintree kicks to the outside. A little runner, tough shot there. As Kuja gets the own offensive rebound, could not score underneath.
Kind of inconsistent, the calls in the block.
Another chance for King, and he's been the go-to guy. He's knocked down another 3. He's got 14 points in the half, and it's been all him, really, on the offensive side. He's got more points than Braintree. Got the same amount of points Braintree has.
14, King versus Braintree.
Obviously, that'll change eventually, but, I mean, he's hitting everything.
May have to think about a defensive switch there on him.
Or at least try and get an extra body to try and help out. I don't see what just happened.
Gorham got shoved there. Somebody shoved Gorham, or Gorham shoved somebody. No technical called though.
The referee's got to talk it over.
I think Gorham got shoved. There was a parent there that fired up. Doesn't look like they're gonna call it.
Well, this is when the game gets out of control, when you miss things and then players react to that. They feel slighted.
We're only 2 minutes into the second quarter.
Could be a long game.
Yeah. I think that's the Walpole player when Gorham blocked his shot in the corner. He had something to say. I don't think the Walpole player took kindly to it.
Probably not.
So I think that's kind of been an ongoing thing.
I don't think a push happens for no reason. I think there was something said beforehand or whatever.
They're getting away with it, and they're getting a free timeout here. But the referee's talking to the Walpole player.
Yeah, and he's talking to the player too, the player that did it, which is number 24, which is not even listed on the roster. So that doesn't do us any good to know who it even is.
The spy. He's there to interrogate.
And he's going right back towards Gorham too. Another dangerous pass and the foul call this time. Mead stepping over the top of him too a little bit there.
Getting a little chippy.
.5:58 to go in a slow-moving second quarter, and the temperature has really risen here at the high school gym. Gorham drives inside, kicks to the open shooter, which is Tellier, and he thought he was fouled. I don't know how else the shot would have been that short.
Yeah, you don't miss it that short.
Underneath, no good, and Braintree will get the ball.
Seeing a lot of hands in the air now, looking for calls.
Well, they were calling everything early, now they're not calling much, huh?
It was inconsistent in the blocks from the get-go.
5 fouls on each side, 5:40 to go here in the second quarter. Rodriguez drives the block, and now Mead. Mead will step back, he's all over him. Jennings has a very good assignment on Mead. He's one of Braintree's more dynamic scorers, and he can't hit the outside shot. He's still scoreless. Braintree's been stuck on 14 for a while. You can't leave him. King's been the guy, and how do you leave him open?
It's like he's shooting in an open gym. Can't miss right now.
He's got 17 points, but I understand what Gorham's trying to do, but you just can't get off of a guy that's been their best offensive weapon. No reason to help.
Just not able to score right now. They got to break this zone.
Rodriguez tries a deep three, no. A lot of teams now run the zone defense because you don't shoot a high percentage at this level from the three-point line.
I mean, if you're Walpole, why come out of it?
Right.
Braintree can't hit a shot right now. I mean, stay in the zone, but...
There's good defense.
This is going to help.
Rodriguez.
Oh, my God.
That should be a flagrant foul. That was not even an attempt. How is that not a flagrant foul? He didn't even go for the ball. He went around the shoulders. That is terrible. These referees really not calling this game correctly whatsoever.
Coach Crook doesn't like that one, and rightfully so. I mean, that's assault, brother.
I know that we're announcing for Braintree, but as a fan, I mean, that's a dangerous play. You come over the top of a player, you take away a layup. Clearly, it's from behind.
Especially given the circumstances. Like, you're seeing that things are starting to get chippy, and you get a horse collar tackle from behind, and there's no call.
We're playing the wrong sport, right? If you're gonna see that.
Yeah, you can't even do that in football. That's a horse collar.
Right.
So.
But I mean, then you see reactions. I mean, what if the player got up and threw a punch? That could easily happen.
Well, we saw it last week.
Yep. Things can escalate quickly.
They sure do.
Especially with high school kids who have a
Good thing
quick
we're
temper.
up here. We're safe.
26-16 after the free throws.
That's
and Braintree not able to make a play defensively, but got bailed out by a missed layup.
They love that 2-4 misses. He was the one that had the shove.
Still no idea who it is, though.
Nope.
4:15 to go here in the quarter.
Pass.
Oh, nice look. Oh, you got to convert that. Got to finish that underneath, as Tellier couldn't finish the layup. And then at the other end, no shot.
Travel.
Wow. Wow, that's interesting. Well, this has really been a frustrating quarter overall for Braintree. I mean, you've missed some easy shots. You haven't played great defense, and now you feel like you're being slighted by the officials. So, a lot working against them.
Like you said, it's just also about just calling it fairly for both sides. And I'd be the same way if Braintree was getting the calls.
That's all you're looking for, consistency. Outside three from Mead again. Still just can't find the mark. Walpole up the court. Good hands. The Braintree defense helping him out. That could have easily been a foul back in the back court.
Stepped out of bounds, I think. Stays Braintree ball. Fast moving second quarter.
.342 left here in the second quarter. The first time we'll see Tukashov enter the game, really trying to find some offense inside. Wamps could really use a bucket on this possession. He's been shadowed. He's been shadowed by Jennings.
He's been doing a great job on the defensive end.
Got some size, and he's playing on the wing, which is taking away Braintree's outside shot. There you go. Good kick.
Good look.
Tukashov can't hit. Can't ask for a better shot.
Late in the shot clock. Good look. But
whether he's one of Braintree's better three-point shooters or not, he's still getting as good of a look as you're going to get. And a foul called. Maybe selling that one a little bit there on the sideline.
Yeah, he definitely sold that a little bit.
Not saying it wasn't a foul, but I don't think his nose is leaking.
Nope. Well, one more until the 1-1 for Braintree. For both teams had 6 fouls.
So 3:06 left here in the first half. Braintree down 10. A loss here today would just about eliminate Braintree from a chance for the postseason. As the three-point try, no good. And the ball is going to go into the hands of Drainville. Braintree fortunate that time. Need a bucket here.
Good pass.
He just has no room.
Reset. He's got to reset. There you go. That's how you do it.
Takes it inside and almost gets a chance for three-point play. That's a nice play, though.
Yeah, he resets, open up the key, and take it yourself. It's a good play. And now you get 2 shots, and you're in the 1-on-1 now.
He does have the speed advantage on Jennings. He doesn't have the length advantage, but the speed advantage, yes, and then he drew the foul.
They got the Twin Towers down there for Walpole.
It's going to be tough to score inside.
It's pretty big.
Well, Meade finally on the board. And that's Walpole with the substitution. It's been a good first half, entertaining first half, but hopefully Braintree can sew things up here as they come out with some pressure in the backcourt.
They gotta get back on defense.
Breaks it over half court. They're trying to feed it down inside. Very quick ball movement.
Both ends.
Gaba feeds inside, and a foul on Albertine as he tied up O'Brien, who will get to the free throw line.
Be lucky if we get out of here by 8. All these foul calls.
That'd be early. It'd be nice if we did, but like you said, this second quarter is really slowed down.
It was moving pretty quickly.
And I believe they started a little early too, because they did the senior ceremony before the game. Then they did actually have the 5 minutes to warm up, so maybe it didn't. Maybe it started right at 6:30, but.
You got to close this gap, though.
1 for 2 at the line, as O'Brien now has 3 points. 2:10 left in the half. Dangerous pass, as Braintree with a nice look underneath for Tukashov, swings back outside, and Albertine wasn't there.
Suffocating defense.
Well, clearly that's what Walpole wins their games on, their defense. Final minute and 50. As Braintree with the steal, and then they give it away.
Don't get caught reaching.
Oh,
Good
there
job.
it is.
Great job. Quick hands. Just gonna make it
Drainville at the other end scores. Anytime you gamble for a steal, it could go one of 2 ways.
Especially in the bonus.
Right. Could have been a foul. Instead, it was a nice clean play. Braintree has Drainville ahead again.
Missed him.
Would have had another layup at the other end.
That would have been a tough pass anyway.
Would have had to have been a perfect pass.
Yeah, that was not going to be an easy pass.
Final 105 as they work it into Ellie, kicks it to the outside for Drainville, just hit a shot and not able to hit this one.
It's a good look.
As Walpole looks to attack, and Mead with the foul, and a chance for a three-point play. If you get a foul there, you got to wrap up the player. You can't afford to let them get that one off the glass.
Yep.
Just the first basket of the game for Gaba. Free throw is good. 30-20. Final 45 seconds of the first half. Gorham drives baseline, kicks it to Ellie, and the ball was knocked away.
3-on-1 here.
Other end.
Good job by Rodriguez.
And Braintree with the player up ahead.
Throw it down.
Here is Gorham,
Throw it down.
and he slams it down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Gorham continuing to be a spark plug for Braintree.
That sets a tone.
He's got 8 points. Underneath, the shot is good.
Shot clock's off now.
I think Gorham was saying that he got hit in the head, which it did look like he actually got
I
fouled.
think he was saying you're little.
Could be that too.
I think it was that.
As Ellie on the follow gets it to go. And that'll count right before the end of the first half. So maybe the dunk by Gorham will help out this Braintree offense, who finds themselves down 32-24. Pretty good first half. Second quarter, not too bad. Braintree was down 5 after 1. They're down 8 after 2, and they got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, just got to close that gap. They've been, since our Walpole run, they've been kind of in between that 8 to 10 point range. They've got to close that gap, and they're going to do it pretty quickly. You do not want to go into the fourth quarter down 8, especially how they've been closing out games this year.
So Walpole was 17 in the first, 15 in the second, to lead 32 to Braintree's 12 in the first, 12 in the second. 32-24, the score at halftime. We'll be back for third quarter action here on BCAM TV right after this. Welcome back to the Herc Gymnasium, start of the third quarter. Mike Wasson and Justin Turpin on the call here for BCAM TV in a 8-point game, 32-24, as the opening shot is knocked down by Ryan King, or make that Corbin, excuse me. We'll see what Braintree's learned from this little halftime break.
Switching the sides of they're shooting on, hoping that helps out a little bit.
Call a foul for a little shot to the face there. Outside shot is knocked down as Devine knocks a 3 down.
That's how you start the second half.
He's got 5 points. Hasn't played a ton of minutes here this season.
Yep. Got it right back.
Walpole responds with a 3 of their own. .702 to go, 10-point game. Here in the third quarter, as Gorham drives in the middle of 3 players, Devine again thought about it. Has to kick it back for Kuja, who drives, kicks to Gorham. Gorham will let a 3 go, and he'll knock a 3 down.
They're falling. They're starting to fall now.
So 11 points for Gorham. It's back to 7. You got to be careful if you're Albertine. You got to get called a foul if you keep doing that. Good defense by Kuja. Kick back to the outside for King as he makes the pass. And they missed one.
Walpole offensive players standing right in the same vicinity around the perimeter.
Good box out by Kuja. Back into the hands of Gorham. Kicks it to Devine. Another three. And another three. He knocked it down.
3 for 3 to start the second half. They're red hot.
So Devine with 8 points. And Braintree down 4. 3 for King, and that went way off the mark, but an offensive rebound and a foul.
And nothing Albertine can do about that one.
No. Did a good job to avoid the three-point play,
yes.
Which is exactly what I was talking about earlier. If you're going to foul somebody, don't let them get the basket up.
Don't let them get it right.
I think right now you got to keep Devine in. He's providing a spark, and I see Meade getting ready to come back in. It might be for Albertine, who I think is in foul trouble. And Drainville coming off. Rodriguez and Meade coming in. And Albertine also coming out. 6:03 to go here in the third quarter. As O'Brien makes one. Meade slipped and he traveled. Unfortunate situation there. He was hoping for a foul call, but there was nothing coming.
Braintree full press now.
Backed off pretty quickly. 5.5 remaining here in the third quarter, and Rodriguez nearly able to steal it. Driving inside, and a wild shot with the left hand. That was nowhere close.
Look up, Meade. There you go. Slow it down now.
Back up to Rodriguez.
Nothing there. Smart to pull it out, slow it down.
Gorham kicks to the corner for Meade. We'll see if Braintree can swing it. Devine is open on this side of the court. If they can get it there.
Gotta get it there first, right?
It's good not to force it though. That's a bad pass. See, that's what happens. You go cross court. At the other end, might even have a technical foul here on Gorham.
Can't yell that.
The basket will count, and a technical foul going on Gorham. It wasn't geared at a player or the official, but that is what the call is going to be. So as of now, are they not counting the basket? I thought they were going to count the basket, but
it was pretty audible. So they definitely gave Gorham the tech.
They definitely gave him the tech, but I thought the ref had signaled that the basket counted.
Can't have that.
No.
You get the frustration, but you're finally starting to close that gap like we talked about before the half. Giving them a free shot.
And the free throw is missed. And 1 for 2 at the line for Jennings, who's got 11 points. They'll get the ball side out. And Gorham has a seat on the bench. He's also getting some medical attention on his hands.
Best in the business there, Kara Hines. Now what's the holdup?
I don't know. The officials haven't had control of this game the whole time, so I don't know what they're doing.
It's not a union job, fellas. Might be.
Well, I don't know who they're looking for the answer, because there's only 2 people here that have the decision. Driving inside is Jennings. Jennings looks underneath. Devine got caught in the air, and they missed the layup. Now the second chance will be converted. You just can't allow that many chances underneath.
Can't do much when you're such a small lineup. The only one, really only big on the court they have now is Daly, and I would assume Ellie's playing the 4. And on the roster here, they have Ellie listed as 6'2", but I don't know if it looks like that from up here.
They're generally a little bit more generous.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Rodriguez's 3, no. Braintree has had a lot of threes drop in this third quarter, but that one off the mark. And now Rodriguez with the steal. He'll take it right to the basket, and he pulls the player down.
He was trying to go around him. I'm not sure what he was quite looking for there.
Should be an offensive foul, I'm guessing, on Rodriguez.
Yeah, they give him the call. I'm not sure.
I don't really know why he did that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was looking for there.
I don't know if he was trying to brace his own fall. That's the only thing I think of.
It's like a street move where he's trying to go around him. I don't know.
Well, either way, it didn't work.
That was head scratching.
That was a good defensive play, though, by Corbin, who read that one well.
See, that's what happens on the press. Good defense, though.
Ellie able to break up what would have been a layup.
Looks like he's 6'2" on that play, huh?
Oh, he certainly challenged the shot at the rim. He's got to get going. Over to Meade. He's thought about it. Now we'll pull up for a 12-footer. Just can't get it to drop here tonight, which is
a good look
tough on senior night. At the other end, here's Corbin. Meade got his hands in there.
Trying to set the charge there, set his feet down.
Worked
Walpole
inside, and O'Brien will score. And another chance for a three-point play. Just a size mismatch. Heard the referee blow the whistle again. I didn't know if there was another technical after the play.
I think he just wanted the ball.
So that's 8 points in the game for O'Brien, who's starting to show that the Walpole dominance underneath the basket is starting to become too much. Outside for Rodriguez, a 3, no.
Trying to force that one up a little bit. Good rebound by
Daly
Daly.
swallowed up, and it's a jump ball. Braintree will keep possession, but you got to start moving that ball. You can't just hold on to it. You got to move it quick.
Good job by Walpole, though. Daly had his back turned. They get the tie up.
And Braintree will take a timeout with 3:04 to go. We'll take it 46-33. Walpole has opened up a 13-point lead, and head coach Crook not very happy on the sideline. We'll be right back.
Good pass.
Underneath, and a three-point chance here for Braintree off of the inbound play. So as much as Braintree didn't want to call that timeout earlier, they drew up a play and it worked out to perfection, and now you got a chance for 3.
Found him right in the back door.
Free throw good.
It's like a line drive shot for Ellie. Ooh, almost had a turnover there.
.250 to go. 46-36 the score. As they pass that underneath, that's a nice pass, and
can't have that.
King, yet again.
It's the second, questionable foul that Rodriguez didn't have to take. And now Braintree's got 5 fouls. 2:46 to go.
And it just took away what they just did at the other end.
Exactly. Now they get a 3-point opportunity of their own.
Well, it's been a frustrating game, I think, on both sides, but Braintree just hasn't had much go their way all game long. Finally here in this third quarter, getting some shots to drop.
A little bit too much. Probably had the wraparound opportunity.
Back to the outside.
It's a good look.
And And the shot missed, rebound, and Ellie couldn't convert underneath, and now it's a battle for the ball, and it is a jump ball.
Good job by Auburn team to tie that up.
Auburn team coming flying in there.
And another conference. These guys must be getting paid hourly, huh?
Oh, they're trying to figure out whose ball it is here, which...
Well, you know, the problem is they don't have instant replay.
Right.
And it was a tie-up. It shouldn't be this hard.
Well, the tough thing is now, I think, the question is it the scorer's table to decide on who keeps possession, or who keeps track of whose ball it is on a jump ball, or is it the referees who should be kind of having a little thing in their pocket?
He just switched it in his pocket, so he does have it in his pocket.
So he's obviously not keeping track of it the right way
Yeah, the official closest to us right here, right behind Auburn team there, he just had it and switched it in his pocket.
Rodriguez, not a good shot in the lane, trying
He's
to draw a
gone
foul.
cold here in the second half.
Good defense in
Good
the
trap,
backcourt. Yep. Nobody else was there, though, to help out. 49-36. 20-point in the game for King. And a basket underneath for Jennings as the Braintree crowd starting to go quiet here as they've seen what was, at one point, I believe it was a 4-point game when Braintree got to the lowest, and now it's back up to 15.
Good look.
Needs this one. They just can't get anything to fall.
Well, that was the thing, is they closed that gap, which was what they needed to do. Gorham gave a technical foul.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't it seem like that was where things... Yeah, I was thinking that too. That was where...
Technical foul, and you had the Rodriguez
bad
giveaway
foul.
down here. I mean, they've been beating themselves. The opportunities have been there. It's just been bad fouls.
You had the dunk by Gorham in the second quarter that kind of sparked up the team.
Spark it, exactly. They cut it to 4 in this quarter alone.
That's a good play.
Not that this is even close to over. Still plenty of ball to be played, but Rodriguez has got to put that on the ground. He's got to give that to Gorham.
That's a little bit too selfish there. You got to pass that ball.
I know he's just a sophomore, but you got to pass that.
Gorham clearly has the better.
Right there to Gorham.
He's a better finisher at the rim.
Open.
And he already dumped it earlier.
Yeah. He had the wide open lane. You got to pass that.
And it was a 3-on-1. You shouldn't be at the free throw line. You should have an easy 2. If you take it to the cup there, you better score.
Yep. The lane was wide open. He's got to pass that up.
Obviously a learning experience, but that's one you look back and say, I know I made a mistake. That's about maturity, though.
Hits them both. It is a maturity thing. He is the lone sophomore on the team, so good hustle there by him, trying to make it up on the defensive end. And he made them both, so it's not the end of the world, but you know, it's something that, as a coach, when you have a young player like Rodriguez, a sophomore, you want to see him do those little things right. And that was one of them.
Need to see those improvements on that side of the ball. So we'll see what Braintree can do, down by 13. Try and make a couple buckets here before the end of this quarter. Auburn team with a lot of contact in the lane, throws it up, no good.
Right, I'm looking for a little something there.
Gorham and Devine really have carried the offense here in this game as Gorham slapped the backboard. The ball's still loose on the ground and both sides battle for it. And Braintree never even had the ball. The referee called it a jump ball, but I believe that that's what would have happened.
Well, they don't want them getting on the ground. Now it's got to get a little chippy. It's kind of slowed down. You know, I thought at one point this could get out of control.
Let's go, Kevin! Let's go, Kevin!
Wide open. Cannot have that off the inbound.
Open 3, no. As Burns missed the shot from the outside. Braintree catching a break. Got to start converting, though, on this side of the ball. Got to convert the offensive end. That's a foul called before the shot. And that is just the 5th team foul.
The bad thing for Braintree is most likely you're going to have Walpole in the bonus the whole 4th quarter.
Gorham with a little short jumper, which is good. Nice little play off the inbound. 13 for Gorham in the game. And Walpole can hold for the final shot. It's down to 11.
Who
was that
back
to?
door?
Not a good end for Walpole here in this quarter. That's consecutive turnovers. And Braintree, maybe a miracle last second shot here. You got 2 seconds left.
Yeah, you're not going to use the timeout in the third
No.
quarter, so try to just try something up here.
Mead's going to have a chance from half
Gonna
court.
get a deep one.
Oh, he just missed it. Hit the front iron. Wouldn't that have been something if, after all the misses he had in this game, he hits that one?
What about him loud in here for a minute?
Oh, yeah. Would have pulled it to 8 points, and well, Braintree's got a chance. They're down 51-40 heading into the final 8 minutes, but a lot of work to do here at home. Braintree does not want to drop to 6-11 with the loss. They're going to need a strong fourth quarter, which we'll have when we return here on BCAM TV. Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. They really don't like to give much time between quarters. Braintree right back underway here with the ball. Back outside for Mead, who just missed the half-court heave at the end of the third quarter. He just has not been able to get his offense going, and he's been one of Braintree's
They've
best
been
players.
suffocating him on defense. Walpole has.
Gonna have to take a tough shot, and that's way off the mark. Really not a good
Hit the rim,
possession.
so they would have had the shot clock violation anyway. It didn't hit the rim.
I understand you want to get your offense going, but that's not the time to take a shot. Underneath, and Jennings finds the easy bucket.
Branch is going to have to get on a run here, obviously. Down 13, 7-10 to go. So
If you let things slip away now, it's going to be a long end to this quarter. Albertine, no. And Tellier
They're
battling
in the
for the
bonus
ball.
now.
Going to call a foul there in the rebounding action.
So they're going to be in the bonus the whole fourth quarter.
Which will only prolong the game.
Certainly.
Unless we don't see many fouls, but that's unlikely.
I doubt it.
Clearly, Walpole had a game plan to stop Mead because that was something that they'd started at the beginning of this game, and it's really worked out well for them.
Still going, exactly.
So free throws here for Zach Oles.
And this is how you really let a game slip away. When a team's in the bonus, you're trying to make that comeback. Any foul, you're three fouls away from the double bonus too. So
55-40, Braintree down 15. Devine, a deep three, knocks it down. I didn't think he had that shot in him.
hey, that was a deep one. That got him back in it.
Well, it's the only player right now that's showing consistency on the offensive side. I think he's only missed one shot.
Yeah, they've really, Walpole's done a good job keeping the ball out of Gorham's hands in the second half.
Jennings can't convert, and Braintree battles for the ball. They can't control it. Gotta get the ball. You get the miss, and then you gotta get the ball. Oh, nice play by Ellie. Over to Drainville. Drainville over to Devine. Devine takes it back. Oh, tried to do too much.
A little more patient.
Yep. Wanted to be the unselfish player and make the pass. Oh, wild shot. What was that by Jennings? Trying to spin and throw it off the glass. That was not a good shot. Devine open again. Oh, you take the shot. Shoot it.
Little trigger.
Devine gives it away. That's two straight turnovers. You got to take that.
Yep.
I mean, he's got the hot
I don't
hands.
think he knew he had that much open space.
Twice he had the space. I mean,
And I think Gorham gave it back like, shoot it.
Right.
Shoot it, brother. I don't think he knew he had it.
Well, that's a tough sequence there. I wonder if that's Devine not playing that many minutes this year and I mean, he hasn't been on the court. Oh, boy.
Good job by Gorham.
Back to the outside. Elliott will try a three, and he'll nail it.
Down to 11.
Well, Braintree hitting some shots from the outside, but they're not coming up with enough defensive stops. 5:10 to go. Ellie ties it up, but they didn't call a jump ball. Now to the other side for King, who's
good closeout.
Finally missed.
Good closeout by Gorham. Get the hand in the face, force a miss. Now it's crunch time. Under 5 to go here. So these
back
two
to the outside.
Clutch minutes now.
Braintree cannot get an a defensive rebound here. As the ball finally out of bounds, and Braintree will get the ball back.
We were praising them in the first half for their hustle on the board. Just couldn't
Not
get
that time.
anything there. No.
Things can change.
Certainly.
Well, Devine's going to come off. He's had a really nice game shooting the ball, but obviously with a couple of costly turnovers, and now Rodriguez slips.
He has not had a good second half.
I don't understand what's going on.
Andy's going to get a foul call there.
What happened?
I don't second half
I don't
for him.
see why Braintree's just collapsing here in this fourth quarter. I mean, that's 4 turnovers in 5 possessions. I mean, they have a chance to come back. You
Yeah.
score in 2 or 3 of those other possessions, you're back within 5 or 6 points.
Yeah, not timely.
Just not winning plays.
Sure.
It's a big reason why they're 6-10 on the season. Not making the plays down the stretch.
Now you're up to 8 fouls. Like we said, Walpole hitting the bonus the whole fourth quarter.
And you got to give Walpole credit. They have played a strong defensive game, but
Absolutely.
I mean, Braintree's had chances.
Well, Walpole's doing their job. They've taken away Braintree's best offensive weapons.
Right.
They've kind of minimized Gorham here in the second half, doing a great job defensively, and Meade's got nothing going.
No, and he's still on the bench.
It's just been that type of game. He can't beat this defense. I don't know what it is.
Top of the key now, as Chukashov may have gotten away with the travel. Gorham will let a 3 go, need it, and he knocks it down. That's 16 in the game for Gorham.
Down to 10 here, more important.
They're keeping it close, staying around. If you're gonna get a miss, you better get the rebound.
You can't afford to, wow,
That's a tough shot.
can't afford that.
That was TJ Farrell scoring.
They just got to score quickly, though, because it's been going back and forth. Remember, they don't have fouls to give.
Got to move the ball quick.
So you got to score quickly, and you got to get turnovers because you cannot foul.
Back outside, Gorham, another 3, and another 3 converted. That's 19 in the game for Gorham. It's a 9-point game. Now get a stop. .320 left.
Walpole can play some cat and mouse here, try to burn some clock. It's a 28 second shot clock in the high school
30.
level? 30 seconds, so even more. And
Oh boy.
that's exactly what Walpole needs. That shot was taken with 3 seconds left in the shot clock.
They work the
hit
clock,
a 3.
and
That's
then
what
hit
you're
a
going to
3.
do.
Corbin with the 3.
That's exactly, you could not have drawn up a better possession for Walpole.
Move that ball around. Oh boy.
That's off Elliott.
You gotta get the hand. You gotta get the ball to Gorham there. He's had the hot
Braintree's going
hands.
all seniors here. Maybe not.
Well, Rodriguez still in there.
Rodriguez will stay in, so they're just going to go speed.
There's too many mental mistakes in this game for Braintree in the second half. Too many turnovers in this fourth quarter. Right inside, and a spinning shot. Wow. I don't know if I would have taken that shot that quickly by Gaba, but he gets it to go. And Braintree back down by 14. Cujo will try a 3, and he will not get it to drop.
Good hustle by Rodriguez.
Rodriguez finds Meade. He's fouled for 3, and he gets it. A chance for 4. You don't see that very often.
That's big.
I don't know what Farrell was trying to do there. That was not a smart play.
No.
You never foul a shooter from behind.
Especially when you're shooting
Especially
poorly
with
tonight.
3. Yeah, and he's shooting a 3.
Well, maybe that's what Meade needed.
Just when we thought that things were going to slip away and there's going to be too much to overcome, it's back to a 10-point game with the free throw.
Got to get turnovers there, though. You just don't have fouls to give, so you're going to try to get it on the turnover here on the inbound, and they get it in. They might have missed it out. Oh, there it is. They might have missed 2 fouls there. There was 2 Braintree players that went down right about mid-court there, and this official has no clue what just happened.
It was clearly, I mean,
He says, come here, come here.
that should have been a foul on Gaba.
I would love to be on fly on the
Corbin.
wall here on this conversation. I mean, what could you possibly be saying?
I mean, they might have to try and jump ball this because Braintree was taken down. I mean, the pass was intended for the play that was knocked down.
They just called it Walpole ball. This official right here on the left that's holding the ball signaled Walpole ball. He pointed that at
I don't know if
the
that's the case because the coach is not very happy, so. What's the call?
I don't think they know.
Well, they are moving that way, so it must be Walpole's
It is
ball.
Walpole ball. The official with the ball did point that way relatively early in that conversation. He gave the nod that it be Walpole's ball. That's just...
Oh, that's the
there it
steal.
is.
Here's Mead at the other end. Oh, a big foul. As Mead gets hammered. They didn't call a flagrant earlier, and again, they're not going to call it here. These officials have been awful.
Good
really
job
bad.
by Braintree. Keep the composure there.
I've seen a lot of basketball, and I've seen some really
This is
hard
pretty
fouls
bad.
in the game that have not been called flagrants. And that's how you get control of the game,
Right?
as an official. But this game has been lost from the officials from the start. This is one you want to forget if you're an official.
Definitely.
Well, Mead misses the first. Braintree got the steal they were looking for, but just 1 or 2 at the line. You gotta get another steal here. 2:18 left, still a long way to go. They're gonna go long with this one.
And that's the thing with the press, and we've been talking about it
Oh,
all day.
good job by Rodriguez, but he couldn't get the
There's nothing
rebound.
you can do about that. They get behind you, you're screwed. An official timeout here.
Kudra must have took a shot in the neck.
Yeah, he was grabbing his neck.
I'm guessing he got an elbow from one of the big men from Walpole trailing the play. Well, Braintree with a 3 here could make it interesting.
I don't even think you need the 3 necessarily yet.
You certainly don't need that if
Now
you're
they're gonna be
Walpole.
shooting.
That was a terrible foul.
So they'll go to the line for the 1-and-1 here. That's Walpole's 7th.
That's going to drive head coach Jenna Gelster crazy on the sideline. He'd take a foul there. 25 feet from the basket, put Braintree at the free throw line, stop the clock.
Got to make it though. And he does.
That's about the best thing you can do if you're Braintree is get the clock stopped and make the shots. But again, you have to have stops. You're not getting the stops. 5 points for Albertine.
And you got to get the stops without fouling, and that's a whole nother complexion. And
That's not
a
a
quick
foul.
whistle.
That's not a
I
foul.
mean, come on.
Clearly not a foul. And head coach Crook knows that. I know that. You know that.
I mean, there is 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter
in a 9-point
of
game.
a 9-point game.
And you're going to call that.
You call a nudge.
And he was double teamed too. He was in a bad spot.
I mean, I get that they're officials and they're doing their best, but I mean, come on, a nudge. I might have accidentally done that to you with my elbow sitting next to you today. And now they're 1 foul away from the double bonus, and they're getting tied up there.
And that's nothing, of course.
No, that was more foul. That was more contact than the foul we just saw. And Gorham's gonna be careful. Because they can't afford to get this ball away.
Gorham already has a technical too, so if he gets another one, he'd be out.
Right.
1 for 2 at the line and another offensive rebound. That's
Walpole's just going to work the clock.
Yeah. You
got
gotta
25 seconds on the
gotta
shot
try and get
clock,
it
yeah.
away. Gotta try and go for a steal
This
here.
ball should hang out around the perimeter almost. This shot should not be taken anytime soon. This is unbelievable.
Rodriguez had to go for the steal. He got the ball originally, but he couldn't get it.
So it's a double bonus now, so. Shooting 2 automatically.
As poor as the officials have been here in this game, certainly isn't the reason Braintree's losing right now, but hasn't helped, that's for sure.
No.
You're down by 10 points. You think a couple calls go your way. Maybe it's a 5 or 4 point game and you're right in it. But I think one of the big stories in this game, at least in my opinion, is the number of offensive rebounds on missed free throws for Walpole. They've gotten a lot of second chance opportunities on plays that you generally expect a good box out. And now Corbin's knocking some free throws down to try and put this game out of reach with 1:47 left. Well, Braintree's allowed 71 in this game, so defensively that's not going to get the job done. Back to the outside for Devine, who's had the hot hand from 3. Finds Mead, he hit a 3 earlier, and knocks another one down. And Mead almost got fouled again.
Timeout was taken quickly by Walpole there, so with 1 minute and 34 seconds left, you can run this down to about a minute if you're Walpole.
I think you have to foul if you're Braintree. You can't allow that. You can't let them take 30 seconds off.
I think you got to wait at least 15 seconds because you're in the double bonus. You're giving them 2 shots automatically.
Yeah.
You have to try to get the steal. You can't foul right away. You got to be careful, but you can't let them drain the 30 seconds, but you can't send them to the line early in the shot.
Go for the first 5 or 6 seconds. Try and go for a steal or 2.
I would even give it 15. I mean, you cannot send them to the line to shoot 2 free throws here. And it's just, a 9-point game right now is doable. If you start talking 11 points with 1 minute and 15 seconds, that's a lot different story. You have to go for the steal without fouling, and if it gets to 15 seconds, then you're like, okay, it's time to foul.
Just can't afford this clock to keep running.
No.
Braintree's put themselves in this position, though.
So I would assume this is Braintree's best defensive lineup that you'll see here.
Yep. Ellie out there.
Now you have to choose if you're a coach. You
Even
choose
smaller.
between your shooting or your defense, and right now defense is more valuable because you don't get those shots without good defense. And all these kids that are on court floor right now can shoot. You have Gore, what's he got, 19?
Yep. Think about that sequence, though, earlier in this fourth quarter. 2 straight turnovers by Devine, didn't take the 3. And then you had a turnover by Rodriguez, so Braintree went for the steal.
They go for the steal early, but now you're just sending them to the line for 2. I mean, that's a risk.
Oh, if it worked, I mean, obviously everybody's praising it, but I don't mind the play. I mean, I think you gamble for a steal, you don't get it. Hey, clock stops, they go to the free throw line. Maybe he misses 1 out of 2, maybe he misses them both. You never know. He's been one of their best players. He's got 17 points. They clearly like getting the ball into his hands. Oh, there's 1 miss. It's already a good foul. But now you gotta get the rebound. He misses this one, you gotta get the rebound.
So they do have it on the left side, on the right side for us, that block's a little smaller, so.
Missed them both, and again.
Good hustle by Mead, threw it off.
Oh, what? How was he out of bounds? He was pushed out. How does that keep happening on a missed free throw? I just talked about it. How does that keep happening?
Well, and that was the block I was saying, that they were smaller on that block. They had number 3 for Walpole, Ryan King.
Again, you have to foul.
One of the guards. Gonna try to get a steal. If you don't get the steal within this 5 seconds, you have to foul. There's a trap opportunity, but they're gonna come up and help. Gorham, good defense, and right at the 15-second mark, right where it should have happened. I think if he hits these, it's...
I mean, you just got the 2 missed free throws you were looking for. I mean, I just don't understand how you can't get the rebound. It's a 9-point game.
And that's where it goes back to beating yourself.
It's like you said, you went for, instead of going for more size, you go for defense, and it cost them.
Well, I wouldn't even say it cost them, because Ellie had the size advantage on the box.
Just couldn't get the block
couldn't get the block out.
Yeah. So Braintree's going to need a quick score.
I think we got 1 more pass and it's going to go up. There it is.
Mead for 3? No. That's probably going to do it. It's a 10-point game with a minute to go.
You're going to do it without fouling. That's the big problem. If they score here, it's 1 more extra pass.
Oh, that'll do it now.
That'll do it.
Farrell with the gift layup underneath, and it's back to 12. And
Braintree
Gorham
not really showing a ton of urgency
No.
here either.
trying to get it over to Albertine. Braintree needs a 3. Can't take the ball inside. You need a 3.
There it is.
There's Ellie for 3. No. And Braintree with a couple misses from 3, and
No need to foul there.
yeah, at this point, this game's over. Not much need of a foul anymore, and in a game that Braintree just trailed from the start and never could battle back close enough. Closest, I believe, was at 37-33, I think, at some point in the third quarter.
In the third quarter, they cut it down. We talked about closing that 8-12 point gap, 8 to 12 point gap. They do it. They cut it to 3 and just couldn't get it done.
I mean, Walpole is certainly not doing anything to close this one out and missing. That's 4 of the last 5 they've missed from the line. But Braintree hasn't been able to rebound, so.
They make it in the student section. I think they're making a lot of noise when they're at the line, so it's just quiet, Jim. He missed them both there. No noise at all.
Over to Devine. He needs the 3. He'll fire and nail again. And another timeout by Braintree with 25 seconds. And if Walpole made a few free throws, Braintree probably wouldn't have been taking a shot there. You're down 15, 16 points, but now a 3, and it makes it an 11-point game. Or 9-point game, excuse me. It's 74-65. Well, this fourth quarter's been a long fourth quarter, and unfortunately for Braintree, it's probably not going to end the way they would have hoped, but just didn't play strong enough all game long. I mean, you have to play, if you're going to play against a good team like Walpole, they're not the top team in the state. They're a good team. They're probably like a 13-7 type of team, but I mean, even this type of effort tonight's not good enough against a team like that. And Meade had no points at all in the first half. Didn't have anything until I think here in this fourth quarter, and he has 10 points now. So he's heated up. And Gorham, along with Devine, really only been the 3 offensive weapons that have scored in this game. Haven't really gotten much from Rodriguez.
I think Walpole's going to draw something up, try to get something on the Braintree on the scoring end here.
I want to try that long pass
somebody
again.
Go long, and there it is. That's what they tried. See if Braintree fouls quickly. I mean, at this point, it's about over. No real need to foul.
Jennings takes it down. Braintree with a steal. Braintree has a chance at the other end. Need a 3. Here is the 3 from Meade. No. And the rebound swallowed up by Drainville, but a quick jump ball called. This official's been really bad.
No. I mean,
as much as I agree that it probably was a jump ball, he called that before the ball was even tied up.
Good hustle. Braintree Titans at the end. But.
Yep, 10 seconds left. Giving it their all. Unfortunately, this is the type of energy you needed in the third and fourth quarter. They didn't get it until the urgency was too late.
Oh, come on, guys. I mean, that's a little nudge. There's 8 seconds left. The game's over.
That's his 5th foul, too. And Albertine really, I mean, he was moving his feet. He did hit him with the body, but like you said, I mean, in a 9-point game, Braintree's probably not going to foul.
Nope.
They probably just ran the clock out instead. We'll sit for 2 more free throws. Well, Braintree will drop to 6-11 as Walpole misses yet another 3. And you know what? If Walpole doesn't shore up these things, they're going to get knocked out of the playoffs quickly. They're not going to win many games in the playoffs shooting free throws like this.
Nope.
Well, this was not the type of season you had expected. Braintree started off 4-2 this year and have really fallen off since, as the seniors Gorham and Meade come off the court. Another foul, or another offensive rebound off of a miss, which has been the story. No reason to shoot. I don't know why King does. Misses it. Another chance at the horn is no good, and that's the way the game comes to a close, as Braintree with a 74-65 loss drop to 6-11 on the season and pretty much dropping themselves out of postseason aspirations. And this is a game here today that Braintree really never really had a chance in from the start because they were just making too many mental mistakes, couldn't get a shot off. Meade was locked up, and it took too long for their offensive weapons to get going.
Way too long. Way too long to get them going. Good job defensively by Walpole. Just not Braintree's day.
And in the first half, it was Ryan King. He was the show. I believe he had 17 in the first half, finishes with 20 points. Louis Jennings finishes with 17, so you get 2 players with 15 plus on their side. And Braintree, of course, led by Gorham with 19. Devine really chipped in nicely for Braintree, finishes with 14 points, had 4 threes, but too little too late for Braintree, and unfortunately dropped this one here today, 74-65, and dropped to 6-11 on the season. A couple more games. They have a holiday tournament as well, but unfortunately, I think the postseason aspirations are pretty much done for Braintree here this year, and that'll conclude our coverage. I want to thank everyone for watching. Our cameraman here today, John Orfanos, my partner, Justin Turpin. I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.